Darkseid is more powerful than ever, and the Justice League is absolutely screwed. Let's talk about it, but first hit those buttons to the right so you can get all the comic updates you need. So after months of waiting, we finally have our first look at DC Comics' next big event, DCKO. If you're not familiar, this is a miniseries by Scott Snyder and Javi Fernandez, and it focuses on the DC Universe's greatest heroes competing in a giant tournament to fight off Darkseid, who has been largely missing since last year's DC All-In Special. So how does DC's big event kick off? Well, it all starts with the event's main character, Superman, preparing for battle, and he wraps a couple of mini-suns around his fists to give his punches some extra power. But that's just a flash forward. The real event begins a bit earlier, with Superman having a game night with Batman and Wonder Woman. Unfortunately, the fun is ruined by Darkseid's return to the Prime DC universe. He's come back from the Absolute Universe, and he is way more powerful than the Justice League remembers. As the narration points out, Darkseid's not just bigger and stronger, he's essentially a universe given form. Even worse, Darkseid's not here to conquer worlds, now he's assimilating everything he comes into contact with. He's so unbelievably strong that even Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman doubt they can beat him. Now how in the hell did Darkseid get that strong? Well, if you've been following the main storyline for DC All-In, you know that after Darkseid's physical body was destroyed, he retreated to the Absolute Universe, using his Omega energy to shape the world's history and reflect him and his values. Darkseid became this universe's guiding celestial figure, and that allowed him to recover his Omega energy and push himself to greater heights. He's essentially the Absolute Universe's avatar, and once he gained enough power, he started attacking the DC Universe, going after its various futures before working backwards to the modern day. Now that being said, that doesn't mean there's no hope for the DC Universe. The whole purpose of the tournament arc in DCKO is to see who can become King Omega, the DC Universe's main celestial figure. With enough victories in this competition, a person can accrue the Omega energy needed to challenge Darkseid, and fix what's gone wrong in the DCU. Now I'm extremely confident that Superman's going to end up being King KO, but even if the Man of Steel makes it past the final round, Superman has got the fight of a lifetime waiting for him if he's actually going to go up against Darkseid. Let me know in the comments who you think is going to win DCKO, and don't forget to follow.